shape the hat, top half, a little round. And it's going to have a little bit of flatness here. I'm going to put a dent here. We're going to go in and out. See, it's going to get a little more floppier, and really floppy here. It's beginning to flop, but I want this to come at an angle a little bit. So take a little more of this off. So as that's flopping this way, oops, I want this to come up. And we're going to start doing some undercutting. Well, not right now. Let me shape this. Shape the hat itself first, the top of the hat first. Some more of that flop. At least I got some saw marks there, and cut there. Around this just a little bit. More flop. All right, clean this a little bit here. Now what's going to happen, I want to straighten this out first here. How is this going to go? I got a little bit of an anomaly there. Now we're going to start tucking in. Are we? Though it's a little square. Let's unsquare it first. Put some nice dents in it. Super dense here and there. Now we're going to start undercutting. I'm going to cut up into the top of the hat. This is going to be the difficult part. Be careful. Fingers out of the way. Nice, really deep undercutting. Not cooperating. Undercut. When you undercut, it brings a nice deep shadow there, and it just really pops. There we go. Now you do more cleaning up, a little more adjusting you want as you want, rounding. quite a bit of clean. There's still some saw marks here. Dents here and there. And next time, if you want to make another one, maybe you could put, maybe add a little extra wood. You can also, if you want to, is have this in a two-piece, so you can have this as a nice big floppy hat and a smaller head. You can do that. Super flop. Super big. All right, before we finish, I'm going to put the little detail on. That's a small number 9. And just come up like this. That was a medium number 9, not really a small one. Those little slivers out. There. Now I want to bring the head back a little bit, the hair, whatever I need to give a little extra for the hat. Come around, there's some here. I have to make sure I'm not off the screen here. All right, hat's relatively done other than any kind of shaping or cleanup. One thing if you want to do, if you really want to get into details, I'm going to do a couple of these, is see where the, see it goes up and down, where it's up, and do a little chip. Now, I'm not really going to do that on all these, just give you a few if you want to do that. And again, if you look at it at this angle, oh, where are you? There you are. By just taking a little, I'll do one more. Just a little chip. And right one little chip. 3 cuts. 1, 2, 3. You got that going on. If you want to, I'm not. I'll go as far as that. Okay, I want to work on the eyes. A little more. If you see any other kind of stuff, I'll fix it later. Now, what I'm going to do before the eyes, what I'm going to do with the beard. You can do anything you want with the beard. What I do usually for ornaments, I just do this. I dig. Or you can take a round that chisel I just had, and you can chisel in it sideways. So you can take a V-tool. On my other videos, I get deep into really a nice beard for the larger Santas, but usually for the ornaments, I don't get too much into the details. I just put the little dents in there. and basically call it good. Any way you want to do it. Maybe a little bit here. And there. Everywhere. That's just generally all I do for the hair and beard. Same with the mustache. Let's clean it a little bit. So kind of a segue back to the face. You want to round it left and right so it gets a nice round beard. Or mustache, pardon me. Clean out the center. Or I can. Let's do a little mouth before we get into that. Now there's a couple of ways we can do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to experiment. One way is you. Where's my little? This is a small number 9. Oh. Like I said, don't pry it out of there. Yeah, especially when if you're carving smaller characters, the mouth and that kind of stuff. Especially when we get to the eye, you don't want to pry any, even though it's just a little teeny weeny little piece, it'll still take a hunk off that you don't want it to take off. Going to start in just kind of this kind of a mouth. I think I might need to go a little deeper. Oops, I buried the side. When you bury the side, you start chipping away. In fact, hold on. Let me get just a smaller number 9. And it has to be really sharp when you do this. Oh, where are you? Now there's going to have to be some detailing, a little bit of cleaning up here and there. Got a little too rigid, like right here, it's not as smooth as it should be. Okay, then we do a sharp, let me clean this. I want to clean this mustache first a little bit here. There. Now we do straight down, really deep. We're going to do a deep chip here, really deep. That's deep. Now we're going to come around and now the reason why you want it really deep, because well, it's the mouth. But it took me a while to figure out to make that hole deeper, because it looks like if it isn't deep, it looks like a tongue sticking out like a dog. Like he's panting like a dog. Now I can get even deeper and cleaner. Ooh, careful with the prying. Now you can pull it out if it's ready. Clean this a little bit. Where are you? And we can clean it a little later too. You can always pick at things that are done. All right, face. So far, let's give it a good look at right. So far, there's the mouth. Around the mustache a little bit. I'm going to have to clean that. There's a spot right there I got to clean. See, I kind of round the mustache a little bit. Probably round it some more, and then I put some dents in. Undercut. You can go you can go much deeper than that if you wish. I just, like I said, I'm trying to do as much as I can in this small video. Okay, now we take my smaller number 9, and this is going to be more difficult to explain than to show, but you're going to kind of rub. No, stop. What you're going to do first, before you do that, is we're going to come in and we're going to go straight down with the nose. I was trying to let go to see if it would stay, but it wouldn't stay. So, round the nostril. Nope, doesn't stay. Then you take your tool and then, can you see this? Upside down, upside down. What I'm trying to do is get I'm trying to get it rounded at not straight up and down, or left at about a 45, 30 degree angle. Okay, now we can, now we take our chisel and we do kind of a C shape, but down, and this way we come to the center. Let me do that again. I went too far in this one. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. That's number 1. I screwed up there. Number 1, don't worry about the chips. Then number 2 is sort of a upside down frown, or upside down smile, which is a frown, but you're gonna go up and down as you go around at the same time. So you go up, and now you get the butt end of that chisel up, and the same with the bottom, and then those chips should fall out. Let's do that here, upside down. Up. So sort of up, and then down. Same with your up, and then down deep. Even though you kind of scrape a little bit. Now you're seeing how it's starting to round. Now what you could do is, well, I don't like doing that. I like shaping the nose with my knife. Rounding it a little bit. Rounding a little bit. I've been practicing on some really thin schnoz, really old man schnozzes, but you can practice on, if you want, on this. But I didn't want to show, I wanted to give you just a quick, easy nose. Just a little bit of scoop here. Scoop here. And then rounding while also taking the knife marks off. Again, a little more deeper here. A little more deeper here. Okay, the nose is about relatively is the way I want it. You can make it bigger, smaller, whatever. The cheeks, I want to take the cheeks down just a little bit. Which are going to bring the nose out a little more. See how round the cheek is? This way. Same with this. Now if I were to look at it, I would say that this cheek may be a little lower. So let's raise it just a little bit here. Let me look at it first. Yeah, I think there's still a lot of adjustments to be made here and there. Okay, thus far, remember, you took a number 9. First you took out the side of the nostril, then inside the nostril, and then you swooped to get into the bridge of the nose, and then you scoop, because remember, you're making an eye that is round, and that's why this next step is I am going to take the tip of my knife and very carefully make another chip cut, because I want to make this bridge of the nose much deeper. See that? Same with here. Deeper. Cleaning out. Because we are ready for the eyeballs. Now, I'm going to do the eyeballs with my visor on, because I need it for it to be this small. I need visor. And hopefully I can get it up there at the same time. Where's my pencil? I'm going to I need to sharpen the pencil. Pardon me, I'll try to get that one. Doing some sharpening of my pencil. Because we want a nice sharp tip, or maybe one of those mechanical pencils. And we are going to want to put the visor. Actually, I'm going to take one pair of glasses off. I'm still here. Another pair of glasses back on. So fit works with the visor. Now let's see if we can do two things at the same time. I'll be able to do this, and you can see it at the same time. Is that out of focus? Or oh, that's because I'm using my visor, so it looks like it's out of focus. So let me bring the light a little bit this way. Now let's see if this is going to work. I need to put this light in. Yeah, it's not working too well with my eyes. One eye seems to be in focus, and the other one oh, there, that's better. Adjust the glasses a little bit. Okay. So you make sure, where are you? So there's going to be a lot of dinging on the tripod here. So I'm going to put a little mark here and a little mark here. And the distance between this mark and this mark is going to be the same right here and here. Let me look at it first.